It's the Sumo Show, the podcast that discusses everything that's going on in Japanese Grand Sumo. Whether you've been steeped in sumo lore since the Heisei era like me, Stan, or you're a dedicated fan who wants to get deeper into what's happening on another dohyo like our sleepy friend Troy, or you're brand new to the world of sumo and just want to learn what it's all about. No matter how much you know about the sport, the Sumo Show has something for you. So let's throw some purifying salt into the ring, do a few big Shiko foot stomps, and see what's new on this week's episode of the Sumo Show. So konnichiwa, everyone, and Okaidi, welcome back to my co-host Troy.
It's the sleepy one.
I had to just get something in there.
Nah, it's all right. Stan, of course, talking about the fact that we have a show planned, and I had an unplanned nap emergency that I had to tend to.
The nap sirens were going off.
They were going off.
Yeah,
exactly. You should have seen me. I did have those little Z's kind of over my head and dreaming sweet dreams, and then woke up and thought, what time is it? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Sunday? Who knows what day it is? But here we are.
Is it sumo time?
It is sumo time. Anytime really is sumo time.
Anytime.
Try hard enough. Yeah.
And we are here to wrap up our coverage of the Natsu Basho, the 2026 Summer Grand Sumo Tournament.
It's a weird one.
It was a very weird one. It was a very weird one. Did you follow the end of the tournament yet? Do you know how it ends?
I do not. I had sweet dreams about it, but none that I would want to repeat.
Wow.
On this program.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was a wild end to a weird basho.
I'm excited to see how I at the last minute ran up the ranks of our
I will not leave you in any suspense. You, with two people who were Kyujo on your list, you just floated down to the bottom, and no one else floated down to meet you.
yeah.
Although I will say, I'm not that far above you.
right. Very, very interesting. I'll say that in looking at headlines, there's a lot of people with a lot of commentary, a lot of things to say about how surprising things were. Yeah.
It was a surprising end to the tournament.
Well, we might as well.
Well, I mean, we'll go very quickly over it. I mean, no need to linger on it. So we'll go over what happened day by day, days 9 through 15. We can look then at how things finished in the end, and maybe what the fallout of this might be.
Yeah.
And then we'll wrap up with how things went in that fantasy. We'll see. Since we did so badly, we'll see who did well.
Looking forward to it. I am actually looking forward to it. It's kind of fun to see who managed to get to the top, even in the chaos of this basho.
Yeah. All right. So going into week 2, started day 9, we had 3 people tied for the lead. Is Ozeki Kirishima, Komusubi Wakataka Kage, and Maegashira 15 Tobizaru.
Nice to see.
Still hanging out. Yeah, looking pretty good. So he's already had a much better tournament than anyone really expected, and he's right there in the mix. The thought, of course, is that here in week 2, if he continues to do well, he'll get bumped up to have to face some people towards the top of the Banzuke and probably won't do so well. But certainly it's really looking good for him here on day 9 that he's going to get his Kachikoshi, which is something he hasn't done in about
some time.
6 or 8 months. So good for the flying monkey. He's looking good. He's looking fit. He's moving. He's got that kind of zip and dance around the ring back.
Nice.
And then tied for second place, we've got Maegashira 4, Gonoyama, Maegashira 13, Koto Eiho, and Maegashira 17, Fuji Ryoga. Koto Eiho in his second tournament in the top division, Fuji Ryoga in his first. And as we talked about last time, Gonoyama was a guy I thought I should pick him.
Right.
And the guy I did pick was Oho, who we see down there in the 3 and 5 category.
Mm-hmm.
But even that, by the time this week finishes, some interesting things have happened there. So, let's see, already out at this point, already Makekoshi on day 9. We've got Onosato, who didn't fight at all. Hoshoryu, who fought one day and had to pull out. Aonishiki, who didn't fight at all. And Tamawashi, the Iron Man, lost 0-8. At 42 years old, it looks like time has finally caught him.
Oh.
Maegashira 13 at 0-8. If he doesn't go like 5 or 6 wins in week 2, he's going to drop down to Juryo. And will he drop down to Juryo or will he just retire? That's the question. Or maybe he will get on a run here in week 2. Let's see, on day 9, what happened on day 9? I'm not going to put it on screen, but I'm looking at what happened. Takeru Fuji, who's not on this, he's in Juryo. He was up visiting for the day because we had an odd number of top division people.
Yeah.
And he nabbed a win to go to 6. He's 6-3 at this point, looking pretty good. Not among the leaders, but looking good. He is ranked at Juryo 2. So if he can get a strong Kachikoshi, if he can get 9 or 10 wins, there's a good chance he'll come back to the top division.
Nice.
And we'll see him again. Fuji Ryoga wins on day 9. To continue there, Koto Eiho wins. Shishi, who, as we see here, is 3-6, manages to get a 4th win. Uda, who's having a pretty good tournament. Not as good as some of us were hoping, but he wins to go 6-3. Abi, who's having a terrible tournament, loses to Hakuno Fuji. Let's see. Tamawashi loses to go 0-9. Tobizaru loses, so he's going to drop out of that top spot. Shodai loses. Wins to go to 3-6.
Okay.
Another person doing terribly this tournament is our other Ozeki, Kotozakura, who is 2-6 at this point. 2-6. He loses to Gonoyama. So Gonoyama goes to 7-2, and Kotozakura goes to 2-7.
Ouch.
On the verge of having to let's just flip over here. So yeah. So Kotozakura 2-7. One more loss and he's Makekoshi. And he will be Kanabon.
Oh.
We already have Aonishiki, who was Kanabon this time, is going to be dropped to Sekiwake in July. Kotozakura will be Kanabon. So all of a sudden, after thinking, oh, look, we got a whole bunch of Ozekis, we're back on the verge of losing them.
Ouch.
Wakataka Kage lost on day 9 to Koto Shoho. So he drops out of the lead. And Kirishima, our sole leader, going into day 10. With Wakataka Kage, Gonoyama, Koto Eiho, Tobizaru, and Fuji Ryoga in second place. So that puts him in a pretty strong position, Kirishima, with all the other people who were ranked at his level or above, either out or struggling on the verge of Makekoshi.
That is extreme.
He won the last tournament, so which got him his Ozeki promotion.
Yeah,
but he's in a position where if he does well enough, he could be considered for Yokozuna promotion in July.
Wow. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't think it's very likely, but he needs to win or lose in a tiebreaker in this tournament, and
Yeah.
that could do it. And the thoughts coming into this were, oh well, Kirishima is great that he got back to Ozeki, but he's not going to be making any Yokozuna runs anytime soon. But everyone else dropping out around him and him having a solid tournament means that if he can keep this up for the rest of week 2, he's going to put himself in a position where July could finally get him off that nasty place in the record books.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's got a spot in the record books of the first Mongolian who made it to Ozeki, because this is his second time at the rank.
Right.
Who made it to Ozeki. He's the first Mongolian who made it to Ozeki who has not been promoted to Yokozuna. I mean, his career's not over. It could yet happen. But right now,
yeah,
particularly after he got demoted the first time, that was the talk of, well, that's going to be the first line on his obituary. But he could do it now. Now
it's exciting.
The cart ahead of the horse a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But see how if week 2 goes well for him, he could have a shot in July.
That's pretty exciting.
So on day 10 here, what happened on day 10? Oh, on day 10, Kirishima faces Shodai.
Oh.
So that's looking pretty good, right?
Yeah.
You like how I said that?
I don't. I really don't like it.
Who else? Asanoyama doing pretty. Gets up to 7-3 with a win against Fujiseun. However, this is the bad news for you, Day, because that win puts him at 1 away from the Kachikochi he needs, but he also slams his toe into the dojo so hard that he can't walk right.
No.
And he walks off. He kind of limps off the dojo, goes back to the Heya, and in the next morning he gets up and he can't walk at all, and they got to take him to the hospital.
Oh, so no.
He goes Kyujo. Which means that here on day 11, yes, Shodai beat Kirishima.
Aye.
Which means we go from having 1 guy tied for the lead to having 6 guys tied for the lead.
Wow. That is what is going on?
Because all 5 of the guys in second place won on day 10. So we see Asanoyama looking great here at 7-3. He's right in the mix, except he's now Kyujo, so he's out. And he's not going to get his Kachikoshi. I'm going to get, because at this point, we're kind of hoping maybe it's not so bad he can come back and win 1 more. But he doesn't end up coming back at all.
Oh, shoot.
So that's very bad for him. And that's what really killed you in the...
that was the final Rikishi fell.
Yeah. You and I were in our Fantasy Oyakata pairings. We were in the group of people who picked Hoshoryu.
Yeah.
So immediately lost one of the guys who's supposed to be our big delivery, right? Big delivery a lot of wins.
Yeah, exactly.
And, so we're out. But now you're missing him and Asanoyama.
Yeah.
And so that turns out is to be unrecoverable.
Yeah.
So bad luck. Hakuno Fuji also up to 7-3, looking very good there. Another one of our young strong contenders who's saddled with injuries that keep holding them back. Uda there at 7-3, got a strong. Let's say it went from 1 guy in the lead to now we got 10 people in contention right there. Just turns on a dime.
That is something.
Day 11. Let's see what happened on day 11. So day 11, After beating Kirishima, Shodai. So Shodai was in the final match of the day on day 10 against Kirishima. He's also in the final match of the day on day 11 against Kotozakura. And wins again. Now, a little less shocking because Kotozakura's not having a good tournament, but this is Shodai we're talking about.
I know.
So Shodai wins to get himself up to 5-6. Kirishima comes back and so Kirishima's was it during his loss or during? I think it was during that win on day 11. He wins the match, and but in doing so, he flips himself off the dohyo and lands on his forehead on one of the stairs coming up, and tears his gash in his forehead, and like gets up looking dazed.
Wow, well, no kidding.
Yeah. And so looking at that and thinking, oh dear God, he got a concussion.
Yeah.
No, that was on Monday. That was on day 9 when that happened.
Okay.
So and then he lost the next day too. That's when he lost. He came back and he didn't look good. He looked a little confused, and I was really worried that he was concussed and he was going to keep fighting like that because he'd been so smooth during week 1. Right? He just looked calm, and whatever anyone threw at him, he handled it and turned it around on him. He won on day 9, but hit his forehead. Day 10 lost and looked like he was wandering around, didn't know what day it was.
Oh no.
But day 11 he comes back, and day 11 he fights Wakataka Kage. So they go head to head on day 11.
So to speak, yeah.
Yeah, I was so worried, but he looked so good against Wakataka Kage.
Like, no, okay.
And he beat him. He won. So yeah, that was good. That was very good. What other things of note? Gonoyama loses. Oho wins. Which I'm telling you, well, it just becomes a habit here in week 2. It's a continuing story. Gonoyama loses when he needs to. Oho wins when he needs to. Gonoyama is still ahead, and as I'm doing the Fantasy Oyakata numbers each day, I'm going, oh, Gonoyama. Oho's slowly creeping back into it. Yeah, Wakanosho here is 6-5. He loses on day 11 to Ura, but he's having a really good tournament. He's another one of the rookies, and he's coming up and looking like another future top of the Banzuke guy. I don't know that he's got like Ozeki in his future, but he's certainly going to be around the top of the Maegashira and spend at least a tournament or two in the Sanyaku. That's in his future, his health notwithstanding.
Right.
So going into day 12, so here we got 6 tied for the lead. Now we're down to just 3 tied for the lead.
Jeez.
Kotoeho and Tobizaru still hanging out there.
Tobizaru hanging in there.
So we got an Ozeki and Maegashira 13 and Maegashira 15 on day 12.
Jeez.
Which
this is really the
Thursday of the second week.
Somebody's done something. We need to search all of the Heias for some cursed idol or some kind of, this is wild. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
No. And then we've got that batch of 6 people in second place. Wakataka Kage, Yoshino Fuji looking good. Gonoyama's still hanging in there. Hakuno Fuji, Ura, and Fuji Ryoga. Meanwhile, Asanoyama
Wakataka Kage.
Drop.
Okay.
But Oho's moved up to 5-6 here. Look at that. Shodai, after beating the two Ozeki, beats Abi, which is not much of anything this tournament because Abi is struggling with a bad back.
Yeah.
Lower back strain is doing him in. He is 4-8 at this point, or 3-8. Right?
Look at that list.
Yeah.
The 3-8. The everybody who's out is just shocking.
People who are already Makekoshi.
Ah.
Kotozakura, Wakamoto Haru, Asakoryu, Asahakuryu, Shishi. Oh
no.
Yeah. Tamawashi got a second win, but he got 2 wins. So that's good. He got 9 straight losses and then got 2 wins, but that still means he's 2-9. But everyone's kind of hoping, well, if he wins out, if he can go 9-6, that'll save him from being, maybe even go 5-10.
Yeah.
That'll keep him from dropping out. So keep an eye on that. But not looking good. So going into at the end of day 12, going into day 13, Friday, it's just Kirishima and Koto Eho because Tobizaru notches a loss.
What in the world? I'm just looking at a list of people who hurt themselves.
Yeah, there's a lot. We had a lot of injured Rikishi in this tournament.
That is nuts. Who did we add to the list for day 13?
Who did we add to the list?
Abi?
Asahakuryu, maybe? Yes, Asahakuryu. Oh no, he's already Asakoryu's already been on there.
But Abi wasn't, was he?
A lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. But Kirishima and Koto Eho still hanging in there.
Okay, yeah.
Wakataka Kage still hanging out in second place. And so this is going into the final weekend. This is how things look. This is Friday. So 3 days remaining. And we got a lot of people who are still like all those 8 and 4s still technically in it.
Right.
With 3 days to go. So at the end of day 13, going into day 14, Koto Eho lost.
Wow.
Koto Eho, who's he fighting on day 13? Yeah, he was fighting Kirishima on day 13. So Kirishima's getting back to looking strong. He's back looking more or less the same as he did before he fell on his head.
Right.
Wakataka Kage still going strong. He beat Tobizaru, which is why Tobizaru falls down and out of the picture. Shodai loses to Koto Shoho.
Okay.
Shodai. So he's now 6-7, but he beat 2 Ozeki. On the other hand, let's look over here at the bottom of his first thing. Oho has got all the way up to 7-6.
Okay, nice.
Which means he's just 1 behind Konoyama. The sumo gods are laughing at me personally.
They are. They really are.
What else happens here on day 13? Oh, on day 14. Let's open up day 14. Oh, yeah. Day 14. Kirishima all alone in the lead. He's basically controlling his 2 days to go. If he wins both of his matches,
he's got it.
And he's fighting Hakuoho. Haku no Fuji, sorry.
How
No
can I
longer
put you? Okay.
Hakuoho.
Yeah,
Haku
yeah.
no Fuji on this day. And he does it. It looks like he forgot that he was doing sumo.
Oh
Because Haku
no.
no Fuji just blew him off the dohyo. And he really won it very convincingly. Meanwhile, Wakataka Kage takes Koto Eho and does for him what he did for Tobizaru and sends him back down.
Wow. Wow.
And Yoshino Fuji Fuji Ryoga gets bumped up and beats Yoshino Fuji,
Okay. Interesting.
which means that coming into day 15, we've got Kirishima and Wakataka Kage tied,
Wow.
and 5 people looking behind them, and they've already fought, right? So it's not like they're fighting each other on day 10 or day 15. So if they both win, we go to a playoff
Yeah. Yeah.
between the two of them. If they both lose, we go to playoff between them and any one of those other 5 who win on day 15. So, and I don't think any of them were going head to head. So that means we have a potential of a 7-way playoff. Actually, no, I think one pair of them was going head to head. Yeah, Yoshino Fuji and Koto Eho were going head to head.
Okay.
So possibility of a 6-way playoff.
I'm just stunned.
Or if Kirishima and Wakataka, if one of them wins and the other one loses, then that's how it'll go.
This is not on my bingo card. Not at all. Wakataka Kage, that is something else.
Wakataka Kage is fighting against Fuji Ryoga
Uh-huh.
and wins.
Okay.
And then Kirishima is fighting against Ura. And it's a really good match. It's
I
a really
bet.
fun match to watch. And Kirishima beats him.
Okay.
So we go to a playoff. Kirishima and Wakataka Kage.
Nice.
They've already fought once. Kirishima beat him on day 11, I think it was day 11. And is looking strong. And his Wakataka Kage is looking really good too. And every once in a while, he had that bicep problem. He still is stretching it out, but he's looking really good. And they come up for the playoff, and Kirishima's quote afterwards is, "That was my worst Tachi of the week." He had a really terrible Tachi, and
Yeah.
Wakataka Kage had a really good one, and it was a snap, and it was over.
Oh,
He
wow.
got in a little high and a little slow, and didn't land either of his hands where he wanted them to. And Wakataka Kage got both of his hands where he wanted to, and pile drove him backwards. And it was
Wow.
over, and
Wow.
Wakataka Kage gets his second yusho. Final stand is Wakataka Kage.
Well, good for Wakataka Kage. That is absolutely wild.
Yeah. Kirishima gets a Jun Yusho, second place finish, which is, for your first tournament back at Ozeki, for your promotion tournament to Ozeki, that's really good.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of celebration, even when it's your second time. There's a lot of celebration and responsibility things you have to do that make it difficult to get your training in. But he looked really good. He looked solid, and he comes away with a Jun Yusho. With Yoshino Fuji and Hakuno Fuji tied for third place. And then Ura Kotoeho and Fuji Ryoga tied for fourth place. But so I'm going to go back to going into day 15.
Yeah.
We talked about there we go. I'm going to scan back a bit. We talked a bit about how it looked, like we could have a lot of people going 7-7, right?
Yeah.
We could have a lot of people coming to my metaphorical house
That's right.
on day 15. Well,
Mm-hmm.
going into day 15, we have one. One person. Asanoyama technically would have been, but he was Kyujo. Fujiseun is the only person who's 7-7 going into.
And all that potato salad that you make, it's hard to feed a house full of sumo, but
yeah, it would have been very exciting.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Not so
And
much.
Fujiseun lost. So look here, you see that we had significantly more losers than winners this time around.
Absolutely. And when have we ever seen the injury list extend to the middle of the pack? Like, that is crazy.
Yeah, all those guys that are grayed out, they're the ones who were Kyujo during the tournament for some or all of it.
Ugh.
That's 7 people. It's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a heck of a lot.
That's a lot. So that is how that's how it ended. Now I'm just going to switch something over here on my machine so I can switch over and we can look at the Banzuke view of the final results. So
got it.
We can now see how everyone did. This is so we look at this for ideas of who's going up and who's going down.
Yeah.
Right. Our Yokozuna both were out. There, nothing's going to change there. Kirishima is going to wind up being Ozeki East. Kotozakura will be Ozeki West, and he'll be Kadoban. And Aonishiki is going to be a second tier of Sekiwake. We will have probably 4 Sekiwake because Wakataka Kage, they'll promote him up. So we'll have Atami Fuji and Koto Shoho both went 9-6. That's really good at Sekiwake. And Aonishiki and Wakataka Kage. So we'll probably have 4 Sekiwake in July. And then Takayasu got to drop down, but then both of our Maegashira 1 lost. Makikoshi. Yoshino Fuji going up. So it's looking like it's probably going to be Yoshino Fuji and Oho. It's Komusubi. Oho's he keeps getting up to Komusubi and getting smacked down. He's back again for another bite at the apple. But so again, Maegashira, both Maegashira 1, Makikoshi, Maegashira 2, Ichiyamamoto, Makikoshi, Maegashira 3, Hiradomi, Makikoshi, Maegashira 4, Daisho, Makikoshi, Gonoyama 8-7. 8-7 is probably going to get him up to Maegashira 1. Which is he's going to jump 3 levels with an 8-7 because of how things are playing out. Because below him at Maegashira 5, Shodai. Look, Shodai wound up going Makikoshi after beating both Ozeki.
Oh, wow.
Those are like his only good wins for the tournament. Wakamoto Haru looked terrible all tournament again. So then Churi Naomi and Fujisei. So we're Maegashira 6, and we haven't had both people on a rung have Hachikoshi. Chishoma and Asakoryu. Oshoma did, but Asahakuryu didn't. Abiya and Nishiki Fuji both 5-10. We're going to look at Fred Pink's chart next time.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of down out of the top of the Banzuke.
That is wild.
And some weird kind of shifts. Because look, it's like, these aren't even, let's say we got 2 5-10s. Chiyoshoma was 5-10. Wakamoto Haru was 5-10. Shodai's only 6-9. It's not like we got 7 8s here. Hasakoryu 3-5. 4 and 8. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of steep lines coming out of the top
Oh yeah. Yep.
of the Banzuke, and not a lot of people coming up. Like even here, we don't see great scores. So either some people are going to get very lucky and not get demoted as actively as they should, or we're going to see some people with kind of mediocre kachikoshis getting big jumps up. Right? People like
What?
Uda
Okay.
and Kotoeho, or these Hakano Fuji. I think
Yeah.
they're going to. I mean, 10 double-digit wins is good. It deserves a good promotion, but I think they're going to get very good promotions out of this. Fuji Ryoga, I would not be surprised to see him jump from Maegashira 17 to Maegashira 8 or 7 even. Like a 10 run jump.
Wow.
That's a little extreme. I think that's as far as it'll go, but I won't be surprised if that happens based on what's going on this Banzuke. So yeah, crazy stuff.
Really wild Basho. Very, very chaotic and
then
just
see
wild.
the special prizes. Yoshino Fuji and Hakuno Fuji both got Kanto Show, and Wakataka Kage got Ginosho. So
Good on Waka. I mean, that is again just so far from any of my bingo cards that I just I'm stunned. Did we have anybody that picked Waka?
well, that's an interesting question that we're going to get to in a second here.
All right.
Yeah. So crazy stuff. Put that down. Why don't I go? Oh, if you want to play your little thing,
I do. Yeah.
do you want to play
Fantasy Oyakata? I do indeed. I want to have a Fantasy Oyakata. Boo.
Why is it looking so weird? Okay, whatever. There we go.
There we go.
But these are the standings going into day 9. Not so good. Snow Breeze leading all the way. Hagaru Gugu and Tetsudashi right behind him. Lightning Rishi is our good friend Marvelous. And below 20, I think starting at Q Bea, those are the people who picked Hoshoryu as their champion. Yeah. And, he's been out the whole time. So our numbers are struggling. Richie Tiki Tavi is you.
That's me at the very bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, Masutaria, I'm sorry you have to hang out down at the bottom here. You're usually way up there at the top, but a good company nonetheless.
All right, so going into day 10, or after day 10, with Snow Breeze continues to be up there.
Good for them.
Looking good. Masutari does jumping up to come take me out. Going into day, or after day 10, going after day 11, Snow Breeze still up by 2. Things kind of switching back and forth. Yeah, I'm sorry. You everyone just kind of pulls away from you.
Yeah.
After day 12, 3-point lead for Snow Breeze. And Tetsurashi drops back, so it's Hagara Gugu, and Snow Breeze. After day 13, which is Friday, Snow Breeze up there, but Hagara Gugu's catching up to him. And one of the reasons is Snow Breeze picked Asanoyama also.
Aha. Let's see that we were all at least doing, including myself, I'm not the 7 points away from the worst.
We have cleared the worst. Yeah. The worst is pretty bad.
And the worst is pretty bad.
With all these people dropping out. So then after day 14, Saturday, still 1 point separating them. Snowbreeze holding on to his lead. And then he said, as he tried to make the computer do what he wanted, and then we get to the final standings. All right, so our best possible score is 62. That's if you pick Kirishima and Wakataka Kage and Yoshino Fuji and Hakuno Fuji and either Ura, Kotoeho, or Fuji Ryoga. And you picked Wakataka Kage and Kirishima. That's how you get up to 62 points. Worst possible, 14 points, which is bad. We see Onosato or Onishiki got you nothing. Takamatsu got you 2. Wakamoto Haru, who went the whole 15 days, only got you 5. He's only 3 points better than Takayasu, who only fought 2 days.
Oh, jeez.
And Tamawashi is the same. He wound up going 2-13. So he's for sure going down to Juria or retiring.
Yeah.
And of course, you wouldn't get either of those right, and that would land you at 14 points for the worst possible. So let's just show the whole. These are their final numbers.
Wow.
You got what? So worst possible is 14. Whoever that is in last place, still 12 points over worst possible.
Nice. So not the best worst.
Yeah. And as we know, that is you. With your Hoshodyu and Atami Fuji. Not a bad pick at Atami Fuji. Hiradomi just had an off tournament. Asakodyu really didn't look good. Shishi really didn't look good. And you get an extra point, though, because you picked Kirishima.
Nice. Very nice.
Next up at 30 points, we've got Masatarida. With same as you, Hoshodyu, Atami Fuji, Yoshino Fuji. That's a good.
Brought him some, yeah.
He picked Asanoyama. That hurt him. Oh, you didn't pick. Oh, you picked Asakodyu. That's who you picked.
I did. Yeah.
I thought, yeah. And Tamawashi. That really did him in. And he picked Hoshodyu for both. So nothing. At 34 points, we've got me and Kushina. Both of us Hoshodyu, both of us Atami Fuji, both of us Oho. Asanoyama and Abi. I picked Abi. Why did I pick Abi? And Wakanosho and Ura. Both of us picked Hoshodyu, and I picked Kirishima.
So
I get a point.
Nice.
For 34 total. 36 total. We see Jackie Skidmore and Terabang. Another one of our Hoshodyu Atami Fuji pairings. Yoshino Fuji, good pick. Asahakuryu, not so good. Ura, good pick. Hoshodyu and Atami Fuji, so no bonuses there.
Hi, Michael in chat. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Michael in chat. I didn't know you were a sumo fan. Cubea, number 30, came in 37 points. This Hoshodyu Atami Fuji pairing is very, very painful to see.
It's very, very painful.
Daisho didn't pan out so good. Hakuno Fuji's a good choice. Fujiryoga is a good choice, but he picked Hoshoryu and Kotozakura, so no bonuses there. Oh boy! All right,
Michael
30. We had two
says,
people with 38 points.
Michael in chat says, I'm not a sumo fan. I'm a Stan fan and a Troy fan.
Oh,
Nice guy.
Such a nice guy. All right. So we're getting out of our Hoshoryu choices here. As we get one Hoshoryu and Kotozakura, which wasn't that much better of a choice, as it turns out. And we get out of Atami Fuji with a Koto Shoho choice, although it's the same numbers. Takanosho versus Yoshino Fuji. Churanomi and Fuji Seiyun, both of them picked Fuji Ryoga. And Koto Shoho and Kotozakura or Hoshoryu and Atami Fuji, same thing in either case. None of them were in it.
Yeah.
Coming up to the people who had a shot. 41 points, we have Tetsurashi, who picked Kirishima and Atami Fuji, Gonoyama. I like to point out that in the end, Oho did better than Gonoyama.
Right, yeah.
As if the sumo gods mock me.
To further mock you, yep.
Abi, yeah, I feel for you, Tetsurashi. And Kin Bozan. He like you, he gets seduced by Kin Bozan.
Yeah.
43 points, tied for third place, are Lightning Rikshi, which is Marvelous, and Midoriyama, who I believe is a new contestant.
So, yeah.
Both of them picked Kirishima. Both of them picked Koto Shoho. Both of them pitched Fujinokawa. Abi and Fuji Seiyun, much better choice by Marvelous. Waka No Show and Shishi, much better choice by Midoriyama. And Marvelous gets an extra point for having picked Kirishima for Jun Yusho. And they wind up tied for third place. So now, they were seesawing back and forth. Well, they weren't really. Snow Breeze was in the lead, and Hagara Gugu was in second place by 1 point. And we see that here in the end, there's a 2-point difference. How did it turn out?
How did it?
Drum roll, please. It turned out that Hagara Gugu jumped up and beat him. Took it, snatched it away from Snow Breeze.
I'm excited that Hagara Gugu gets put into the list of a name that we have to say forever.
Hagara Gugu at the Kajagugu at the Kokugikon.
At the Kokugikon. Yep.
Both of them picked Kirishima. Both of them picked Atami Fuji. Yoshino Fuji and Takanosho winds up being one of Snow Breeze's undoing. Also Asanoyama. That's a big one. But yeah, Fuji Seiyun and another Kin Bozan. Hagara Gugu survives picking Kin Bozan because Koto Eho is a really good choice there. And he also gets a point for picking Kirishima for the Jun Yusho. So that helps him leapfrog Snow Breeze on the Snow Breeze who led from day one.
Yeah, that's right.
Gets it victory snatched out of his hands. And Hagara Gugu gets to hold our imaginary cup.
That's right. And I got to say, congratulations. This was a wild Basho. It was. And yes, congratulations to Hagara Gugu and to Snow Breeze. Snow Breeze, you put in a great, that if Asanoyama had come back, you would have, I think you probably would have held on. Yeah.
But there we go. 15 days of Fantasy Sumo all comes down to this. And I will update our all-time champions list, and you will both get added to it.
Nice. Look at that. I type in worst Basho ever.
Yeah.
And this one pops up. The cursed Basho is what we're calling it. Just, Yeah, widely called the worst or
Michael
cursed
Chess.
Basho.
Michael Chess says Interrobang is missing. No, they're not. I mean, if I could, I mean, I can zoom in here. That is an actual Interrobang.
That's why you see it's kind of hard to
See,
see. Yeah,
it's an actual carriage Interrobang character. Zoom in a little
but
bit. See, look at that.
Severe physical carnage and historic absences.
Yeah. What a tournament. I mean, it really was an exciting tournament. And
Yeah.
despite the number of people who got hurt, we had those folks from lower down the Banzuke who were in the mix right up until the end, right? Fujiryoga and Kotoeho and Tobizaru. It's very exciting. And then the fact that Wakataka
Kage. Wow.
That's what, when I'm surprised, I go, Wakataka Kage.
That's me too. Me too. Yep. Wakataka Kage.
But as we were talking last week, I mean, he won a tournament before. So as in all sports, having finished and won a tournament once is always a big step up when you wind up in those weird situations where anything could happen.
Yeah. This is very, very interesting, and I'm looking at bless Substack. There's so many great sumo folks on Substack. I'm looking at this is wow. The references that they're making. They've got it's a 9/11 reference. It's like,
wow,
Louise. This is they're looking at interesting. And looking back on some other bashos that were worse, it is looking pretty good that 2017, I guess there's the high water mark of cursed bashos.
Yeah.
But wow,
there are a lot of injuries in this one, and we'd been talking about that, right? We had a really clean one. I think last tournament there were no absences. Everyone made it through all 15 days. Wakatakage. I got a goo. Go out on a date.
That's the win. Surprise. Congratulations. You're now married to Wakatakage.
Congratulations. You can have little goo babies.
That's right. Wow, Stan, this was quite the basho.
This was a really good, exciting. I mean, a good in that it was fun and exciting the whole way through. Not so good because there was carnage and
indeed.
Blood on the dohyo. And that sounds like a mystery novel.
It does. Blood on the dohyo.
Dohyo. Yeah, but the Hakuno Fuji wound up getting a special prize. This is really funny. They didn't give him one of those you have to perform well on the last day ones because he already had double digits.
Yeah.
But he was in the mix for potentially being in the playoff. So on day 15, he pulled a big henka.
Oh.
And it was like the crowd actually didn't just murmur, they booed a little.
Wow.
He was fighting Fujiryoga on the final day. So everyone kind of wanted to see that match. And he big henka to get the win. So, but because they didn't make any contention about whether or not he would get it, he gets a special prize. And the head of the Sumo Association comes out and literally says, "That was no good. That's not sumo. Come on." You can't do that.
Wow. Okay. That's
winning a prize and going out like that. You don't do that.
Very interesting. I loved it. I'll have to go back and check that out because my favorite thing is the crowd reactions and just how they get really upset.
So yeah, that's how the May Basho wraps up. In June, the Rixie are going on another international tour or an international exhibition in Paris. They'll be going to Paris in June, and word is that Onosato will be going. That he's spent the whole tournament doing his practice and healing up, and he's going to show up for the international tournament, and that is a pretty good sign that he'll be back for the July tournament.
Nice. Now, is this the first time they're going to Paris?
In a long, long time.
Yeah,
I don't remember when the last time they went to Paris is. And it may be the first time, but I would guess that they probably did one sometime.
Now, do we see our Rixie coming to America?
Nothing planned. I mean, they went to LA in 2011, something like that.
So it's time.
And they were in Vancouver in 1998. I saw them when they went to Vancouver. So it's possible. It's possible. Usually, in the past, so in recent years, in the recent decade and a half, they haven't been doing international tours. But in the past, they would do an international tour every other year. So it's a little strange for them to do one 2 years in a row. But they have. So who knows what's coming up? Nothing has been announced.
Interesting. Well, that's exciting. I would love to see that on the schedule. But it's interesting that they're going to Paris. I wonder what the litmus is, but it'll be fun to see what comes out of that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they were in London last October. That was very exciting when that happened. So
that's right.
This promises to be the same. You know, there's a lot of videos of the Rixie walking around London and doing things. I'm looking forward to some of the pictures of Takayasu at Versailles, or
right, yeah.
They're all going to be sitting in Paris cafes sipping tea
in dainty chairs with tiny cups. Yeah, I like it.
Knock over the Eiffel Tower. I don't know. It should be good, but that'll be coming up somewhere in the next month.
Exciting. So well, that'll be fun. But yeah, this Basho, holy smokes.
Well, like I say, I highly recommend, since you had not watched any of it, go back and
I've got some queued up right now. I'm literally bookmarking. There's a few that I definitely want to catch up and see the performance, and I hate to do this, but I also am interested in kind of seeing what was the injury that knocked each, Rixie out. Yeah.
Some of them are, make sure you go and watch Kirishima's falling on his head bout.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like it's time to change my flair. Shishi.
See, you give up on the wakas, and one of them comes back to
always. I mean, that's the real curse. That's the real shadowy something going on here. The minute you step away from either the wakas, then they go and win the whole Basho.
Yeah. The other thing that was announced is that Kirishima is up for a potential Yokozuna promotion. They've already come out and said yes, it's possible. He finished in a win, in a playoff. So that could be equivalent to a win if he does well enough in July, which is to say he needs to win with a really good score. He's like either no fewer than 13 wins, right? And probably 14.
Yeah.
In order to make it secure and win outright, not have a playoff.
And not have a playoff.
But it does mean that he's suddenly he's back on the consideration. And that's very exciting. I didn't think he was going to get that. Like I thought,
Right.
right, it's great that he got back to Ozeki, but he's never gonna. Given the way this Banzuke is looking these days, how strong the competition is, and the fact that he is now over 30 years old and recovering from injuries, that he, he could hold on to Ozeki for quite a while, but he's not going to be winning any 2 tournaments in a row. Well,
there you go.
Yeah, still very curious to see how Onosato's shoulder healing comes along. Poor Hoshoryu. This was a tournament. So many of us picked him because it seemed like this was his time.
It was really supposed to line up that way, and that all expectations were that he was going to straighten up and fly right on this. And
but
mercy.
He it's another toe injury, which is what he was struggling with before too. So again, that's
all I'm saying is right now
that after finally getting people who are ripe to be Yokozunas, that both of them get taken down with injuries within 2 years of getting promoted.
It's dirty work. Yeah.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, no, that would be
that's now on the table.
It really is. And I think what we need to do is we need to wrap all of the hey, we should have the sumo wrestlers wear one of those sumo wrestler suits.
Right. Yeah, so they're just bouncing off each other. Right.
Yeah.
They find that funny. I bet the problem is some of them might be bigger than the suits.
Right. So that'd be quite a big rikishi. Yeah. Wow. Did not see it coming. Shocking. I'm not shocked that I'm in last place at all. That part is.
Well, I mean, when we were doomed to be down near there.
Yeah.
And when you lost a second rikishi early in week 2.
Yeah. Why not lose them all? Why not?
That was it.
All righty. Well, what do you think? Should we pull these drums out?
It's time to pull this up. Should we say we will not be back until the end of June, toward the end of June, when it's time when the next Banzuke is released. I suppose if something crazy happens, maybe we will, but probably not.
Right. All righty. Well, here's some drums.
I like the drums.
Here we go.
You have been listening to The Sumo Show, a live podcast about the art and sport of sumo. Your hosts tonight have been Stan Brown and Troy Hewitt. Production by Troy Hewitt. Sumo-liering by Stan Brown. An initial charge by Tachi-Ai Troy.
Hey.
So until the next Banzuke rolls around, probably late June, we say to you, Ja Matane!
Bye.